Welcome back, everybody. Our props department has really outdone themselves this year with all of our incredible Halloween decorations. I mean, look around. Seriously, big props to our props department. And we're going to show you what it all looks like put together. But first, we have a few last-minute tips and tricks to adding light and smoke to your decor at home. So, Mark, as our resident photographer, and just as a really great photographer, you work a lot with light. Let's talk about these ravens here and what Dave did.
Well, everything, so many things about light. When we show you this and do the reveal, we will have it all lit up, and that's what really brings things to life. But when you're talking about a photograph, if you photograph somebody and they don't have a catch light in their eye, they're kind of dead. There's no light there. So what is a catch light? A catch light is if you're standing and you see the reflective light from whether it's a light source or the sun, it brings life to the subject that you're dealing with. So, for example, these ravens that we have in the tree here, they just have these black, soulless sort of eyes. So we want to bring them to life. So what do? Come on, guys, you know the song. Just like a rhinestone cowboy. We get some rhinestones.
Bedazzle
it. And we bedazzle. We use a hot glue gun and we put the rhinestones on the raven's eyes.
Right,
and that will catch the various lights, whether they're artificial lights that you put in your yard or the daylight is still there, and it kicks back and it gives a little life to these ravens and brings them to life.
Student has surpassed the teacher. You've taken my DIY and made it better.
Well, I'm just saying, Ken, it's just a little subtlety. Light does that. You can do wonderful things and then just get the right light and it adds it even more.
Try not to burn your finger while you do it.
It's okay.
The doctor is right here.
Doctor. So one of my favorite things we did here was the sea serpent.
Yes.
And you actually talked about making the sea serpent look like the water was rippling. How do you do that?
Well, I'm not a baker, but I do happen to have a lasagna tray here. This is the aluminum ones, right? There it is.
Wow.
Take one of those, you need to spray it black, okay? And put some water in it, simple, and then be careful when you do this, but find a mirror. Now, Kim has thousands of them, okay? So borrow one from her. Sorry, Kim?
Well, I sneezed.
Oh, you sneezed?
You sneezed. He must be allergic to the ravens.
Yes. So I want you to take it and break the mirror. You put a blanket or old towel and tap it with a hammer. And he says, do it in the tray. Break it so you have to pick it up and move it. And you put it into the water. And now this is going to add a dimension. It'll add sort of like a rippling effect at night when light is applied to it as well. So you have this here.
Do we have the serpent night shot?
There
Look
it
at that.
is.
Look at that. Wow. Isn't that so cool?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. And finally, the smoke. All the lighting stuff is really cool, but the smoke that we added really adds such an amazing element. It really makes things look spooky.
Yes, it does, and that brings sort of the movement to what you've got going on. I mean, we have some stuff in the back. God bless you.
Oh my gosh.
Shredding.
I know.
How did you do that? You made her have
Yeah.
So listen, the smoke machines, I have these at home. My kids love playing with them. And I made a mistake early on because I bought it and I turned it on and the smoke just went way up into the sky.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, what's going on? Why is it doing that? And then I went, I know a science man, Dan.
Well, so as we all know, because of hot air balloons, hot air rises, right? So if you want your smoke to stay on the ground, we have to apply something else to it, especially if you live in a hot climate like LA.
Yes.
So to this smoke machine, we've actually got a place where you can add some ice to it and chill that smoke down so that as it comes out, it sinks to the bottom and creates sort of a boggy, swampy
Here we go.
Really?
And look at this. So it stays
Oh, my
down.
God.
It stays, you want the smoke to stay across the surface of the yard. We tried to have this with the kids who came trick-or-treating, and instead of like coming through like this murky sort of cemetery, they thought they were going to a house fire. It was just everywhere in front of our house. I'm like, well, this is not working out well for us. Even later in the evening when the temperature dropped. But that's the thing too, is later in the evening when it is cooler, the air is heavier, so it's going to keep the smoke from wanting to rise up.
That's nice.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so one last time before we show you what our house looks like now, let's take a look at our prop master Dave's sketches one more time. Look at this was his creation, his dream in his head, and I have to tell you, he made it come to life. Ooh. All that and then some. It's better than his sketch. Take a look
Isn't
at
that
this,
beautiful?
you guys.
Wow.
See the movement? See the smoke that's there?
Genius.
I mean, he did this. He did the inside of the house. He worked tirelessly with his entire team. I don't know any other team in television that works as hard as these guys and also delivers as much as these guys. This is award-winning stuff. I mean, it's beautiful.
Wonderful. It is an honor of us to work and
Yeah.
carry out a lot of his vision. I will say that. Thank you, Dave.
We love you, Dave! Look at that! For more information on all of our projects, visit us on our website.
We are coming right back, and we have a pet that needs a home or a ship.
And it's not in costume.
No.